As dusk settles over the city streets, a weight of unspoken truth hangs heavy in the air. In quiet corners across America, stories of struggle echo through generations, whispered like secrets shared during long winter nights. Yet for some, these whispers carry a more profound burden, a stifled desperation fueled by systemic challenges that have shaped our financial landscape for centuries. Consider this stark reality. A 2020 Federal Reserve study revealed that the median white family boasts wealth over 8 times greater than that of their black counterparts and 5 times greater than Hispanic families. This isn't just a statistic, it's a historical legacy, a heavy burden forged by centuries of systemic racism and discriminatory policies that have carved an unbridgeable chasm in the landscape of financial opportunity. With each passing year, this gap widens, not just in wealth, but in hope. Families who have fought valiantly to achieve financial stability often find the ground beneath them constantly eroding. Even high-income Black and Hispanic families, whose hard work and perseverance ought to yield prosperity, still see their savings falter under the weight of this inherited inequity. The truth bites deeper. When financial shocks strike, be it a medical emergency or a sudden job loss, those without inherited wealth are left scrambling, their safety nets frayed and torn. But this is just the beginning of our story. As we peel back the layers of our financial system, we'll uncover shocking truths that have been hidden in plain sight. We'll explore how the very advice meant to guide us towards financial freedom has, in many cases, led us astray. And we'll discover why, despite our best efforts, the dream of financial independence remains frustratingly out of reach for so many. Prepare yourself for a journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about money. The path to true financial freedom is not what you've been led to believe. It's time to wake up to the reality of our financial world and arm ourselves with the knowledge to break free from its constraints. Are you ready to uncover the 12 rules of money that can unlock your financial freedom? Stay with us as we dive deep into the hidden truths that the financial elite don't want you to know. As we delve deeper into the murky waters of financial wisdom, we uncover a truth that shook the very foundations of our economic beliefs. Cast your mind back to 2008, a year that would forever change the way we view money and the advice we've long held dear. The financial crisis hit like a tsunami, sweeping away the dreams and security of countless families across the nation. For years, they had clung to the well-worn advice of financial pundits, gurus, and institutions. They believed in the sanctuary of diversification, the safety net woven from stocks, bonds, and real estate. But as the housing bubble burst and stock markets plummeted, that safety net unraveled before their very eyes. What they once believed would offer security turned out to be nothing more than a mirage. The promise of a diversified portfolio, far from being a shield against economic storms, revealed itself as a web of interconnected vulnerabilities. As the crisis deepened, it became painfully evident that their carefully crafted investment strategies were no match for the systemic risk that had been quietly building beneath the surface. The notion of safety shattered. It didn't matter how many asset classes they held, their portfolios plummeted in unison. Those who had ventured into real estate to hedge against stock market volatility found themselves trapped as the ground beneath their feet eroded away. Mortgages became millstones, dragging homeowners underwater, unable to sell or refinance. But the crisis did more than just drain bank accounts. It eroded trust. The very experts and institutions that had painted visions of stability now stood exposed, leaving many grappling not just with financial loss, but with a profound sense of betrayal. The guidance that was meant to liberate had instead subtly handcuffed their aspirations, plunging them into despair. As the dust settled, a pivotal realization dawned. The landscape of financial advice needed to transform. The lessons of the past urged change, an awakening to the understanding that true financial freedom isn't found in blind adherence to prescriptions, but in the courage to challenge them, adapt, and prepare for the unpredictable nature of life. This marked the beginning of a journey toward a new philosophy, one defined by proactive engagement, education, and a readiness to confront the complexities of a dynamic financial world. But as we'll soon discover, this journey is far from over, and the challenges that lie ahead are more daunting than we could have imagined. As we step into the present day, the echoes of past financial turmoil still reverberate through our society. Each morning, millions of Americans wake to the weight of uncertainty pressing down on their shoulders. The alarm clock's shrill ring signals not just the start of another workday, but another 24 hours in the relentless pursuit of financial stability. Yet beneath the surface of busy schedules and daily routines lies an unspoken fear. The fear of never achieving true financial freedom. Despite pouring countless hours into their jobs, the stark reality remains. Only 1 in 10 Americans feel financially liberated. Let that sink in for a moment. In a nation that prides itself on opportunity and prosperity, 90% of its citizens are trapped in a cycle of financial anxiety. As we navigate our lives, the very concept of financial freedom becomes increasingly elusive. Dreams that once seemed within reach, taking a vacation without worry, leaving behind the burden of debt or retiring comfortably, now flicker like distant stars just beyond our grasp. For many, these aspirations have been replaced by more modest goals, simply staying afloat in a sea of rising costs and stagnant wages. Meanwhile, the bills keep piling up. Consumer debt climbs relentlessly, a mountain that seems to grow steeper with each passing month. Many find themselves struggling to keep their heads above water, inundated by constant reminders of what they don't have and what they can't afford. But it's not just personal struggles that weigh on our minds. The Global Financial Stability Report looms like a storm cloud on the horizon, warning of medium-term vulnerabilities that threaten to plunge us into another economic downturn. Every news headline becomes a stark reminder of the uncertainty that defines our financial lives, reinforcing the tenuous grip we have on our economic aspirations. At the heart of this struggle lies a fundamental issue, a lack of knowledge and education. Many find themselves adrift in a sea of financial jargon and complex investment strategies, unsure how to tailor their finances to suit their dreams. This knowledge gap is particularly glaring among those without higher education degrees who face an uphill battle in a system that seems designed to favor the already privileged. Yet even as these challenges mount, a glimmer of hope emerges. In workplaces across the nation, 74% of employees are expressing a need for support in navigating these murky financial waters. This cry for help represents not just a challenge, but an opportunity, a chance to empower individuals with the knowledge and tools they need to take control of their financial futures. But as we'll soon discover, the path to true financial freedom is far more complex than simply acquiring knowledge. It requires a fundamental shift in how we think about money, wealth, and success. And it demands that we confront some uncomfortable truths about the systems and beliefs that have shaped our financial landscape for generations. As we stand at the crossroads of our financial future, the path forward may seem daunting, but it's illuminated by the power of knowledge and collective action. The journey to true financial freedom isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about dismantling the systemic barriers that have held so many back for generations. Remember, the racial wealth gap isn't just a statistic. It's a call to action. It's a reminder that our financial systems need sweeping, deliberate interventions to create equitable opportunities for all. But change is possible, and it starts with each one of us. By educating ourselves, challenging outdated financial advice, and demanding fair policies, we can begin to bridge this gap. We can transform the narrative from one of despair to one of hope, redefining financial freedom not as an individual pursuit, but as a collective goal. As we conclude our journey through the 12 rules of money, remember this: true financial freedom isn't just about what's in your bank account. It's about creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, where financial stability isn't a privilege but a right. The road ahead may be long, but with each step we take, we move closer to a future where financial freedom is not just a dream, but a shared reality for all. The power to change our financial destiny lies within us. It's time to seize it.